Big week coming up for South Africa. The president is making his way over to D.C. as well. Some concerns, as we were just talking about in the read-in to you, that he may be given the Zelensky treatment the first time he was there. But of course, the relationship between the two has been a bit tricky recently.
Yeah.
What is Ramaphosa looking to achieve out of this trip?
Yeah, Juman, I think it depends on who you speak to. The interesting thing about this whole scenario is really that it seems to have united the parties, the coalition parties within South Africa. As you know, it's been quite a tumultuous year leading up to this week where the budget is going to be unveiled. But the president is opting to skip the budget pronouncements to this week just to meet with President Trump. But it's seeming like opposition groups are all coming together wanting to see some unification and really some solidification of this bilateral relationship between the U.S. and South Africa. So we will see a few ministers that will actually be traveling with the president, including John Steenhuisen, who is a member of the opposition party, who has actually come out and said he does not believe that we are going to see a similar confrontation, I guess you can say, to Trump and Zelensky. And potentially this is an opportunity to reset the relationship and really talk about some of these falsehoods that we've heard the White House purporting and talking about for the past few weeks and months, and set the record straight and perhaps a clean slate as we enter into the back half of the year, which is, of course, very important for South Africa as host of the G20.
How has South Africa been able to navigate some of the pressures that have come through from the Trump administration, be it on South African farmers, on trade, on BRICS, on their stance on Russia, even on Israel as well? So how has the response been from the South African government?
Well, if we take a look at President Ramaphosa in particular, it's very fascinating, this line that he's been able to really thread. Just a few weeks ago, he was hosting Volodymyr Zelenskiy in Pretoria. He's also spoken to both Trump and Vladimir Putin in the same week. So he's very persistent about this non-aligned stance that he believes is his stance, and also the government's stance. They are not backing down on this. And many people also point to the fact that Ramaphosa is a very clear negotiator, similar to what President Trump is. And so they are hoping that this meeting will be an opportunity for both of these sides to be able to really put forward their strengths and make a relationship that is both beneficial for both sides, right? Yeah. And the concern here really is, of course, I mentioned G20 that's happening later this year. There's also this preferential trade access, which is very important for a number of African countries that's expiring at the end of this year. So many people are looking to Ramaphosa to be the one to hopefully reset the slate, especially after weeks of not great press for South Africa. Of course, we saw the refugees going to the U.S. And so potentially it's that opportunity for him.